I didn't know what to expect when the alien mercenary ships landed. We'd heard rumors for weeks, whispers in the underworld of the galaxy about mercenaries from Xylara, an ancient and enigmatic race. They weren't just hired guns like the ones. The rendezvous point was an abandoned warehouse on the edge of the city, a place that felt like it hadn't seen the light of day in centuries. I stood there for what felt like hours before he arrived. Killin himself, the very thing I had been fighting against, the enemy that no one dared provoke. The Zillarons respected us, not because of our weapons or our technology, but because of our spirit, our unyielding will to survive, and that realization was both reassuring and terrifying. If even they, the mercenaries who had seen countless worlds fall, could— By the end of it, there were only a few of the Zillarons left, retreating into the shadows, disappearing as quickly as they had arrived. We hadn't just held our ground, we had forced them to leave. There was no surrender, no form. If you understand that we're dangerous, why haven't you left us alone? Why keep testing us? Kalen didn't respond right away, and when he finally spoke, his tone shifted. You misunderstand, Captain. We are not here to destroy you. Not anymore. We are here to warn you. A warn. As I approached, his black eyes shifted slightly, the only indication that he saw me. His presence was like a void in the vastness of space, quiet, unsettling, and yet impossible to ignore. The air around him seemed to warp like the very atmosphere bent under the weight of his being. The weight of that statement settled heavily on my shoulders. Sounded like a victory, but there was an unsettling feeling growing in the pit of my stomach. I couldn't shake the nagging thought that Kalen wasn't just telling us they were done. We are not the only ones watching. I felt a cold chill run down my spine as I stared at the screen. Who else was watching? What did Kellen mean by the true test? Was there another force out there, something even more dangerous than the Zillarons? And what did this mean for the future? The fleet grew closer, their intentions impossible to decipher. But the sheer size of their ships, each one easily the size of a small moon, told me one thing. They weren't here to negotiate. They weren't here for peace. They were here for something else, something far more dangerous. The men and women around me weren't just soldiers. They were humanity's last stand, and they knew it. We had never faced an enemy like the Aurachlorians, but we had faced impossible odds before, and we had survived. It didn't matter how powerful they were. It didn't matter how many ships they had.